Have you ever found yourself trapped in a conversation with someone who always seems to turn everything around to make themselves the center of attention? Or worse, someone who manipulates situations to make you feel like you're the problem? If you've encountered a narcissist in a social setting, you know how draining it can be. But what if you could outmaneuver them every time? What if you could take control of the situation without getting caught in their emotional games? In today's video, we're diving deep into how to navigate social situations with narcissists, whether at work, with friends, or even within family dynamics. I'll show you practical strategies to stay one step ahead, protect your peace, and handle their tactics without losing your cool. It's time to reclaim your power in any social interaction. Let's get into it. Recognizing narcissistic behaviors. Have you ever been in a social situation where someone just seems to dominate the room, constantly shifting the conversation to focus on themselves? Maybe you felt like your thoughts or feelings didn't even matter. You're not imagining it. That's the work of a narcissist. Narcissists are masters of manipulation. They bend the truth to fit their narrative, leaving you questioning reality. You might find yourself defending your perspective, wondering why they twist everything. It's not you, it's them. These people are self-centered to the core. They crave attention and control and will do anything to keep the spotlight on them. Ever noticed how they'll interrupt, talk over you, or dismiss what you say? It's like they're the only one who matters. You leave those conversations feeling drained, like your energy was siphoned right out of you. But here's the thing, you can outmaneuver them. Once you recognize these behaviors, manipulation, control, and self-absorption, you can detach emotionally. You don't have to let their tactics affect you. Awareness is your superpower. And once you have that, you'll start to take control of the conversation, not just for yourself, but for everyone in the room. Setting boundaries early. When dealing with a narcissist, one of the most powerful tools you can have is setting clear, firm boundaries. Think of it as a shield, something that protects your emotional space and keeps you from being pulled into their chaotic world. The key here is to establish your limits early. The moment you allow them to overstep, they'll test just how far they can push you. And trust me, they will push. So it's vital to stand tall and be assertive. Don't hesitate, say it clearly, this is where I draw the line. Narcissists thrive on confusion, manipulation, and crossing boundaries. They'll try to twist your words, make you feel guilty, or even attempt to guilt trip you into letting them control the narrative. But here's the thing, when you're firm in your boundaries, they know they can't control you. At first, they might resist, they might challenge your limits, but the more consistent you are, the less room they'll have to maneuver. You're not being selfish, you're taking control of your emotional well-being, which is essential for maintaining your peace. Stay firm, stay assertive. You don't need to apologize for protecting your boundaries. They're there for your protection and your peace of mind. Staying calm and detached. When you're dealing with a narcissist, staying calm and emotionally detached is one of the most powerful ways to protect yourself. Narcissists thrive on triggering emotional reactions, whether it's anger, frustration, or even guilt. Why? Because when you react, you lose control and they gain the upper hand. So how do you outmaneuver them? The answer is simple, stay calm. It's easier said than done, I know. But imagine this for a second. You're in a conversation and they're pushing your buttons, trying to provoke a reaction. What if, instead of reacting, you simply stay composed? Take a deep breath, stay centered, and let their words fall away like water off a duck's back. By staying detached, you refuse to give them the emotional fuel they crave. You maintain your power, your peace. When they see that you're unshaken, they'll start to realize they can't manipulate you the way they want. Narcissists feed off chaos, but calmness disarms them. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about choosing when and where to invest your energy. And in this situation, your emotional energy is better spent elsewhere, on yourself, on your peace of mind, and on things that truly matter. Stay calm, stay strong, and let the narcissist game fall flat. Using the gray rock method, when you're dealing with a narcissist, one of the most effective ways to protect yourself is by using the gray rock method. Sounds simple, right? But it's powerful. Imagine this. A narcissist is trying to provoke you, maybe with an insult or a subtle manipulation. They're looking for a reaction, something to feed their ego, something to hook you into their drama. But here's where the gray rock method comes in. Instead of reacting, you become like a gray rock. You stay completely neutral. You don't show excitement, frustration, or anger. You become as dull and uninteresting as possible. At first, it might feel strange to not react. After all, it's human nature to want to defend yourself or set the record straight. But remember, narcissists crave drama and attention. The more you give them, the more they'll keep coming back for more. So by staying neutral, you're not just avoiding their manipulation, you're completely boring them. When they realize you're no longer an emotional target, they'll lose interest. Narcissists feed off chaos and drama, but when you stay dull and unreactive, you remove their power over you. And just like that, the manipulation stops. Be the gray rock. Stay unshaken. And let them walk away with nothing. Avoiding personal disclosure. When you're dealing with a narcissist, one of the most important things to remember is don't reveal too much. Narcissists are like emotional hunters. They're always looking for information they can use against you later. Let's say you're in a conversation and they ask about your personal life, your struggles, your dreams, or your deepest fears. It might feel tempting to open up, especially if they seem charming or compassionate. But here's the thing, whatever you share with a narcissist will not stay private. They'll twist it, use it to manipulate you, or throw it back in your face at the worst possible moment. Instead, keep the conversation on neutral ground. Talk about safe topics like the weather, current events, or work. Keep things light, keep things superficial. The less they know about your true emotions or vulnerabilities, the less they have to use against you. You might think, but it's just one small detail. And yes, it could be tempting to let your guard down. But remember, to a narcissist, even the smallest piece of information is ammunition they can use to control, belittle, or hurt you later on. So protect your inner world. Keep your personal life to yourself. In this battle, silence is your shield. Control the narrative. When a narcissist tries to control the conversation, they often twist the truth to suit their own agenda. They might exaggerate stories, lie, or present themselves as the hero of every situation. It can be frustrating to watch, especially when you know they're not being truthful. But here's the key. Don't get caught in their manipulation. Stay calm, stay grounded, and simply stick to your version of events. Let's say they tell a story where they're the center of attention and their version of reality doesn't match yours. Instead of getting emotional or arguing, calmly and confidently state your side of the story. Keep it factual, keep it clear. For example, you might say, actually, what happened was, or that's not how I remember it. Here's what I saw. By presenting the facts without getting defensive, you're taking back control of the narrative. It's not about winning or proving them wrong. It's about staying firm in your truth, showing that you're not easily swayed. Narcissists thrive on confusion and manipulation, but when you present your version with clarity and confidence, it leaves them with less power to distort the reality. You control your own story. Don't let them write it for you. Using strategic silence. One of the most powerful tools you have when dealing with a narcissist is strategic silence. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, Sometimes saying nothing at all speaks volumes. Narcissists thrive on control and domination. They want to fill every space, manipulate every conversation, but when you stay silent, you take the power back. You create space for them to expose themselves, to reveal their true nature without you needing to say a word. Think about it: when a narcissist tries to draw you into an argument or force you to respond, just pause. Let them talk. Let them dig themselves deeper. Often, they'll keep going, pushing their narrative, and that's when the cracks begin to show. You don't need to rush in with a response. Instead, sit in the silence. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but in that stillness, the narcissist starts to overthink, start second guessing, and even begins to contradict themselves. By not reacting, you put the ball in their court. They're no longer in control of the conversation. Silence is your weapon. It's your way of stepping back, staying composed, and allowing them to outmaneuver themselves. Don't take it personally. When you're dealing with a narcissist, it's easy to feel attacked, to take their words and actions personally. But here's the key truth: don't take it personally. Their behavior says far more about them than it ever will about you. Narcissists are driven by their own insecurities, fears, and need for control. When they criticize you, belittle you, or try to tear you down, it's not because of something you did wrong. It's a reflection of their own inner turmoil. Think of it like this: their behavior is a projection. They're projecting their own fears, weaknesses, and deep-rooted insecurities onto you. It's a defense mechanism for them, a way to protect their fragile ego. And the more you internalize their comments, the more power you give them. Remember, you are not their reflection. You don't need to absorb their negativity. Instead, recognize it for what it is: a desperate attempt to validate themselves at your expense. And don't let it touch you. By detaching from their words, you keep your peace and sense of self intact. When you stop taking it personally, you take back your power and refuse to let their toxic behavior dictate your worth. Know when to walk away. Sometimes the best thing you can do when faced with a narcissist is simply to walk away. It might feel difficult, but walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of self-preservation. When the conversation starts to turn toxic, when their manipulation becomes too much, or when you feel your energy being drained, the most powerful thing you can do is remove yourself from the situation. You don't have to engage with someone who thrives on chaos, control, or emotional games. Imagine this: you're standing in a room and the air is thick with negativity. The narcissist is pushing buttons, trying to provoke you, and you can feel the tension rising. In that moment, you have two choices. You can stay and let them drag you down, or you can choose to walk away, maintaining your peace, your strength, and your sanity. Walking away means you're not giving them the power to upset you. It's a boundary that says, I won't tolerate this. By choosing to exit, you're protecting your emotional well-being and reinforcing your sense of control. Remember, sometimes the best response to a narcissist is no response at all. Keep walking, keep protecting your peace, and keep choosing yourself. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on navigating tricky social situations and protecting your peace. Drop a comment below and let me know how you handle narcissists in your life. Stay strong, stay calm, and remember, your peace is worth protecting.